Abusuafo medemoko akopemu ewo Supreme Court. Nene ensema ana ruling a ifri Supreme Court eba no edi anijemro so ana aba NPP amonyoko no emu. Na medemoka say yenyina yenim enche ana Tamale High Court edi ruling eba betu dwa efa Kpandai parliamentary election ekokoto ye 2024 general election. Say nyoma bi entwe ye ema NDC amonyoko no candidate any legal team establish case we kopimo Tamale High Court ema Tamale High Court judge otena case we so edi betu dwa say ewumbe hia say yisi ebe rerun ewo Kpandai ana Kpandai electorate no ebeko akoto aba no foforo ema NPP amonyoko no MP Honorable Martin Indam any NPP amanyoko no legal team lawyer Gawini Makon establish case we ekopemu ewo Supreme Court ema Supreme Court the ruling eba betu dwa suspende Kpandai rerun yisi ana yisi Tamale High Court the babetu dwa no na ode ene bin 28 January 2026 ena show say ode the ruling eba betu dwa efa Kpandai rerun ana Kpandai parliamentary elections NDC amonyoko no ana Tamale High Court the ruling eba betu dwa say yenkwa rerun ho nene yekopiemu ewo Supreme Court 4-1 unanimous decision ruling in favor of NPP amonyoko no Honorable Martin Indam any NPP amonyoko legal team na any GMO so na busuya ewo NPP amonyoko no akache Abraham Menemoka say na busuafo meka nyina miss BP Mesese ebeko ni akotie join news for about reporting live every Supreme Court ebaye omosanya abre any NPP legal team no bi etwetwe nkomo lawyer Gawini Makon edi nsem etudwa Honorable Martin Indam enne bibia nyame etie ne sufre bibia ko in favor of onono any NPP amonyoko Honorable Martin Indam enso de nsem kakra etudwa minority caucus mpanifo a omo ma shebedwam ho enso de nsem kakra etudwa abusua ne giamo so na emenemo kasei aba NPP amanyoko no efa the General Secretary Justin Frimpong Kodua lawyer Fatima to Abubakar omunyina de nsem kakra etudwa mesese ebeko nyakotie ene ensema ekoso o Supreme Court on another decision about mawuli 4-1 in favor of NPP amanyoko no yenjebre yenkotie nsem onyina.
Justice Gabriel Scott Foreman has just put out. But those of you who are just joining us, the big news coming in from right behind me, the Supreme Court, is that the Supreme Court has, in a majority decision, 4-1, Justice Gabriel Scott Foreman dissenting, has annulled the Tamale High Court decision that annulled also the election of Matthew Nyindam to be Member of Parliament for Kpandai. You will recall that last year, the High Court in Tamale annulled the election because of certain irregularities is said to have determined. The NPP rushed to the Supreme Court and raised issues of jurisdiction. They said that the timing of the filing of the suit was in excess of the 21 days that is prescribed by law. And so the High Court in Tamale did not have jurisdiction to hear that matter. And the court, presided over by Justice Gabriel Scott Foreman, today has delivered its judgment. The panel, Justice Gabriel Scott Foreman, like I said, Justice Amadou Omoro Tanko, Justice Johnny Kulendi, Samuel Kwame Adibosiedu, and Henry Kofi. At the end of the day, the 5 judges could not agree on this matter, and so it was a split 4-1 decision majority, I should say, with Justice Gabriel Scott Foreman dissenting and actually holding that the High Court judgment that annulled the election of Matthew Nyindam should actually be upheld, while the 4 other justices, Justice Amadou Omoro Tanko, Johnny Kulendi, Samuel Kwame Adibosiedu, and Henry Kofi disagreed, questioning the judgment of the High Court in this matter. Very soon we will see lawyers of the both parties, NDC and NPP officials who have all come to court coming out. We do not know the full reason for which reason the court has come to this conclusion, but as I've mentioned at the top of this introduction and this presentation, the Supreme Court says on the 6th of February, the full reasoned judgment of the court will be published. And so all that is left to be done is for Matthew Nyindam and his lawyers to take the documents of the court and serve it on Parliament. And on the 3rd of February, that is next week Tuesday, when Parliament resumes, Matthew Nyindam can then walk in as a Member of Parliament because his election to Parliament has now just been affirmed by the Supreme Court, which has quashed the order of the Tamale High Court in this matter, Mamesi.
What does this mean moving forward for Matthew Nyindam?
Ultimately, this is, for Martin Yindam, not much changes because it means that he can continue to serve as a member of parliament. And what will have to be done is for the lawyers to draw down the judgment of the court, the orders, and serve it on the clerk of parliament. The clerk of parliament will ultimately, restore the name of Martin Yindam as a member of parliament for Kpandai. And then the rerun that had been planned by the Electoral Commission will now not happen. So the status quo ante prior to the judgment of the Tamale High Court is going to stand. That is, Martin Yindam will continue to hold himself out as a member of parliament because this election has just been affirmed on this technical ground, particularly having to do with the timing of the period that this application was filed by the NDC's parliamentary candidate, Daniel Nsala Wakwao, who himself was in court. So any moment from now, we expect that the parties, the members of parliament and other people who are all coming here will all come out. We'll get some interviews, some understanding of what they make of this. Obviously, for the New Patriotic Party, this is a lot of joy for them. This is, for them, a lot of excitement because they've been ultimately gotten what they want. In fact, before the judgment came, Jerry Ahmed Shaib, the deputy minority whip, was in the chamber, was rubbing his palm. The judge said, why is he behaving like some penalty is about to be taken? And so let's get down there pretty shortly and speak to some of the people that are coming out now, the National Democratic Congress.
Some representatives General Secretary of the party, Justin
No. Just say congratulations.
Congratulations, Honorable Yindam. This definitely.
We have a spokesperson who speak on our behalf. But all that I want to hear from you is congratulations. I'm just ready the man.
But where's the news we have?
Judgment of the High Court that annulled the election of Martin Yindam, MPP here basking in this and asking for some congratulations to the member of parliament, for the member of parliament who really is going to be basking in this matter. So pretty shortly we'll hear to Gary, congratulations to you and the team. What do you make of this 4-1 emphatic decision of the
Thank you very much. I think that the Supreme Court has spoken emphatically that the decision of the Tamale High Court was made without jurisdiction, and so the court has quashed it and is hereby quashed. So Honorable Yindam still remains the MP and the people of Kpandai. So we call it still maintained. Thank you very much.
The majority in Parliament say that they would consider the option of a review. They say they disagree with the decision.
If you come to court and you have 4-1 decision, you can come up review. Review, they will add 2. Therefore, we change your position.
Now you've gotten a favorable judgment and you are singing praises in the Supreme Court.
You see, when you come to court and a decision goes whether one way or the other, you take a legal route. What we did as a party, you took a legal route, and the court has said us. So that should be it. Thank you.
Almighty God for what He's done in my life, and to also thank my lawyers, and also use this opportunity to thank the Supreme Court judges for the ruling, because it's clear that the people wanted to change the will of the people of Kpandai, but the Supreme Court has affirmed the will of the people, and I'm most grateful to them. I also want to thank the party from the head to the bottom, that is national, regional, and the constituency, for the support they've given me, and the people of Kpandai. I'm sure that when you are in Kpandai today, you will see the joy of the people, because they voted for me and they expected me to serve them for the 4 years. I also want to thank His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, for the support he's given me throughout. I am most grateful. May God add several years to his current years. And I know by the will of God, he will serve this nation one day. I am very grateful.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me find a few the leaders who are here. Honorable, I mean, your leader, the criticism is that, your leader held a press conference in Parliament. He had very strong words against the Tamale High Court judge. And now you have gotten this and you're happy, you are singing, you are chanting. So they say that the NPP has been hypocritical in this matter. When it suits you, you call the judge's names. Now you have a 4-1 and you say the court has done well.
Yeah, the most important thing is that the Supreme Court have given their ruling to the effect that Honorable Martin Nyindam is still the. Definitely, if you don't get a favorite ruling from a court, you definitely have to disagree. And when we disagree, we did not attack the judge and we were sitting aloof. We actually went through the right process where we disagree. That is why we even filed a suit in the first place at the Supreme Court. And today, the highest court of the land have spoken. And they have spoken and they have quashed the ruling of the Tamale High Court and affirmed that Honorable Martin Nyindam is the legitimate member of Parliament for the good people of Kpandai. So we are very grateful and we are very happy.
Thank you. Honorable Jerry Ahmed Shaibi here was rubbing the fingers, the palms in court, so that one of the judges actually commented on that and said, did he feel like his team was going to take the last penalty? What was that about?
I think I was tensed, and against the backdrop that it's the law, and your views about the law is not the same as someone else's, so you cannot say it's sacrosanct. And hoping that, because sometimes we deal with issues based on politics. Sometimes if you are not careful, you may not really get what you're seeking. But I mean, they've proven that what was expected is what we have come to see, and we are grateful to God and to all of them as well.
If the NDC say they are going to review, what do you talk about? Paul here says they will consider
anybody who understands mathematics and law would know that it's not an issue. It's dead on arrival. If it's review and it's 4-1, they may add only 2. So what? It's going to be 7. Is that correct? And 7. So assuming that the 2 are even going to join the one who dissented, it's 4-3. So it's moot. We should be a bit rational about something.
Thank you very much, Jerry Ahmed Shaib. So the decision of the Supreme Court by 4-1 decision, Justice Brill's decision in Tamale has now been quashed by the court by a 4-1 decision. Justice Gabriel Scott Poorman, who presided, dissenting. That means that Martin Nyindam, NPP's MP, elected on 7th January, he continues to go back to Parliament and take his seat. And so next week, Tuesday, when Parliament resumes, Martin Nyindam will be a full member of Parliament with full rights. He will take his seat. There will be no rerun in Kpandai, as the High Court had early on ordered, because just as the High Court has right now, the Supreme Court, I should say, has right now handed the decision down, the decision of the High Court in Tamale has been quashed, and Martin Nyindam will continue to be an MP. We've heard from the NDC that say that they will consider their options, including the option of reviewing the decision of the Supreme Court. The NPP says that will be dead on arrival. They are happy, they are excited about the judgment, and ultimately they believe that justice has been done. My name is Kweku Asante from the Supreme Court. The big news for the New Patriotic Party, basking in all of this, they've gotten a major victory that maintains that slender minority that they have, but at least they'll be able to keep up with that one person that they wanted to retain in their fold. Martin Nyindam, next week Tuesday, back in Parliament as a member of Parliament with full rights. Take it over, my Macy team.
Because I rock about Japan, and run no cassa say, in someone. Orakana de Japan ekate tunu so edontura odigu no so e mo so kaya mo yin glasses kura e mo suye sa na kokum Adams Mahama e wo Tamale enipa wa NPP mu a osu yema kwan Professor Kenneth Tefanom eni Dr. Bawumia ono ankasa mu eni enipa e wo NPP mu emu ministers emu appointees and party mpanifo Orakana de Japan ankasa akikan sama tom so a enye no kre na erekaje krasen bi se ebedu biribi no obepa running mate na running mate na ase ne dross kakrakai so wi ne running mate wie na se ne dross yi hu asem ba se won cheche dross no mu wie no na ne ebesi anya asia wie. So it will be very difficult for Honorable Kennedy Japan to unite the NPP, not to even talk of Ghana. So Sibuache no mai, Misbah no mai, Efrashas Nega no mai, Adam Swali Ebusuanfo mai, any nipa omo kan Japan abi so omo e wa NDC mu Ghana ne ba bia individuals asofo yina mai it will be very very difficult nipa 5 nyina hwe Mahmoud Bawumia omo ankasa as a person obiya ni NPP mu a personally on no wasem omo a en support ni utube omo be ka cho say o Bawumia de o a nice person ba madwunu ye de kwa o wini obiya ni wo betia ka say Bawumia abuse no edi na tem etwanto atone so akanse bi enfata fa ne ho Bawumia jim bibi ana wa ye ni sei Dr. Bre Champon ono so no obiya hyeda ni ho no mo a obeka say bi one ne wo ayi bia edin bia ono wo ne de Oya Kpandai Japan ono so na doctor ya o say adutwum on the bia nkofu beka say school placement a na no munya obomba timoden sa no beka but I know say a doctor ya o say adutwum ankasa as a person what twa to bi so we go obi animase we go obi hufi waje ni ma bia nsem fa 30 party ni bi no you won't get it enti enipa nine ni nyina no you will not get it but you reckon the Japan there no kra na making asema making no kra enipa kra within NPP no watiati omonai so no so oba yes reconciliation no a very difficult task ansa na waba the general public Ghanaians na waba beye na eno so no ebeye a very difficult one enti sawo kwa election dia na openipa hwe ni NDC fo ebi ashase eruti for Professor Jenano Pokwajima to become the leader after Mahama no enye bibia o 2024 election na mampani Mahama running meeting people felt say Professor Jenano Pokwajima wan fa hweama the last one tiankomo drop no na omo fa nipa hofro tie bia Julius Debra Wada Kon Sylvester Mensah Alabi any of Sanko for nyina but John Mahama can say or not as a person or subagit yakaka sim bebere ya fa ne ho yaka corruption yaka say enti no se operaanimator on peranimator no so ensam ewa ne ho na Professor Jenano Pokwajima bibia ni wa obeka edia fa ne ho na odene beta na chidnako ti oside Professor Jenano Pokwajima esad ne bai esfan kokoo no a etan se wo aya artificial fa hani amadola na ba fumti no sika omenu na brochie nyina no omoka metua kokoo akuafo ka ton ba ko omokwa akoton na brochie no che mo sa ko pe bosia e Bank of Ghana de soso asa no mo de tua kokoo akuafo 1 ton wa ha se nyina ehe enti kokoo so no before se kokoo aban betua ka no wo hwe kokoo krachi obeto kokoo no Oba quality control officer the fen sampra oba be sample kokoo no ma sili kokoo no car ebe fa kokoo no e de call abrochi en port ibetu muka woni ejuma port ho ibetu muka woni ejuma kokoo board ibetu nyina aka enti kokoo sikakro no an ye titiso di bitu sani me nyina ansani akotoni enya kakra say dollar no a yaduto kokoo no yakoto yenya no moya ya propaganda ma say dollar no ajiegu enti se mu kokoo no na mo ka se mo be sisa ba sidi edia betua kokoo akuafo ka ton ba akon mo koto yin no mo hu mfatu entua akuafo ka ton ba akon enti mo tumi mfatu akuafo ka ton ba akon no ebe ye den na kokoo ye tina le ho adwuma enti se ba beto kokoo no afre akuafo atuaka na yentumi nya ka mfa enko tema ana mfa nko kumase ni atia aba ene kwa de se nyile debatema kan na tre regiment ye ko kumase kaase na fe de tie atwe aba enani wono enti yapem enti kokoo akuafo no kokoo no aka ho ahu ene ma bi ha wo yiya odi dem de bi ka se ndc go muni mama mu o ndc o muni mama mu o nyansa ba kokura wo mu de bia o mu ye bia ye propaganda na se nyansa e dibu man ndc fo ni bi so mu obi anka do be ye dollar no ko mo anya ni sa ko be ma ansuo na afa ni level kakra ba we die yanka se o atro exporting Mahama ya de ene enyina na abo yitin so no na koko krafo no nso mo sempa Bernard osofo tell na o ka me no wa say na wo ka sa asem yi because ya ni nkomo evinura ena me tifi me ba na sam ka me be kan no na o ka yi no se nya me suma di fo no ko hye nkomo a wonya kan ehye nkomo no ba owie ya wo ko no ba bi asa nyame ne suma nso nko hye nkomo no enti se nyame be me na be mo ma ne mrem nyame ma ne mrem a o ma ne mrem o nyame mfa no hu ni enti odifo no nsa nko house to house enko cheche bibia mu nje obia bi o hye nkomo no wi a wona ekoro no ba Bernard so hye nkom na wa hye nkom awie no afi what yes radio station to radio station TV station to TV station and away your campaign by their fruit you shall know them Diana ba enye di hu diakro enti chairman sa ba for chairman sa bo ni we se free nyame e begina free nyame e begu enti ba we se agena waka no free nyame enti eso giri ne ho no dada MPP